This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 118 of the Stable Scoop Radio Show on the Horse Radio Network, our third annual gift buying episode. Please support our sponsors as they make this show possible.
Our title sponsor is Omega Alpha. You can find them at omegaalpha.ca. This episode is also sponsored by Equestrian Collections. You can find them at equestriancollections.com. Plus, Uncle Jimmy's. You can find all of Uncle Jimmy's products at uncle-jimmy's.com.
This is Helena B., and you're listening to the Stable Scoop Radio Show on the Horse Radio Network.
Well, howdy, Helena.
Good afternoon.
We're back with Stable Scoop, and I'm back from Florida, and you're back from Western Massachusetts, and we got a lot to talk about today.
We do, yes. We could be little chatty Cathy's today.
But we got a big show planned because it's our third annual. Who would have thought that we were saying third annual anything?
I know.
It's our third annual gift buying episode with Equestrian Collections, and they're joining us today to tell us about their favorite picks for holiday gifts this year. So we're going to be doing that today. That's kind of fun. We always enjoy. That's why we started Tack and Habits, because you and I enjoy talking about stuff and products so much.
Yeah, and they picked some really good stuff.
Yeah, so that should be fun. But first, I just got back from Florida, and we were out there visiting my brother, and we had all my brothers came in from around the country and their families, and we had an early Thanksgiving. So we do that once a year to get together somewhere in the country. This year we chose my brother's new farm in Ocala, Florida, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way.
Tough choice.
Yeah, it was beautiful there. And then we went down and we got to do the studios on Sunday, and do not Universal Studios, but Disney Studios. So we got to spend a day with Mickey, which was a good time. And then Monday, we went back down to Ocala, and Jennifer and I got to go over to Arabian Nights, and we recorded next week's episode of the Stable Scoop Radio Show, and it's also going to be on the Western Radio Show, actually.
Yeah.
We recorded that episode at Arabian Nights, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going to post some pictures here very shortly on our Facebook page of me there at Arabian Nights, and they were kind enough to do the same thing. They posted them on their page. What great people. What a fun place. Arabian Nights is a dinner theater. We had them on the show before, episode number 25.
Yes, we did.
And they were kind enough to take us around and show us the operation. We got to see where all of the action happens behind the scenes, where they get changed and do their quick changes and quick horse changes and quick costume changes before heading out for the next act. And, it's a 2-hour show, and the performers will do 5 to 7 changes a show.
Wow.
So each performer will do 5 to 7 different acts in each show. So they come back, they have to change their own clothes, get off the horse, change their own clothes. Then they have to go saddle up their next horse, bridle it, get the horse's clothes on, because they wear costumes and stuff, and get back out. They do all that themselves. It's incredible the amount of coordination that goes on these big whiteboards with all the names and, what horses, what riders for which acts. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Very interesting place. We got to go into the barn and meet all the horses, which was kind of neat. They have a lot of Arabians, of course. It's called Arabian Nights, but they also have 13 other breeds of horses there. The cutest little Shetland ponies you've ever seen. Oh, they were so cute, and apparently hated amongst everyone at the barn because they bite. But they were cute as the dickens. I mean, just cute as the dickens. But you know how Shetland little ponies are.
I know.
So they're
the horses you love to hate.
Exactly. Well, apparently they all love to hate them too. But it was interesting conversation. I can't wait for you to hear it next week. I'm sorry you couldn't be there. You would have had so much fun there. And meeting everybody. I interviewed, on the show with me was the executive vice president of Arabian Nights and also 2 of the entertainers and riders. So 2 of the rider/entertainers. And they were sweet girls. They were terrific to talk to and very entertaining. Funny how that works.
And that they had the energy to do a radio interview.
they'll do sometimes, well, on the weekends, they'll do 2 shows at night, 6 and 8:30. Two 2-hour shows. And during the week, they do one show at night, but every day they also work all the horses. So they'll come in at noon and sometimes won't get out of there till close to midnight. Jeez. So they work hard.
Well, yeah, that's why they get the young and fit ones.
Yeah, exactly. You saw that in the pictures, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be 60 years old doing that show. It's just, or my age doing that show.
It's very intense, yeah.
It is. It's a tough gig. So that's where I was. You were over visiting our friends at...
in Western Massachusetts, yes, I was at Equine Affair.
So was it fun? Did you spend lots of money?
No, I did not spend lots of money. I don't have lots of money to spend, but I could have spent lots of money. They had a really, really great selection of products to buy from. I'm really starting to see all kinds of new and innovative products hit this trade show. It's not just the same old stuff that you see every year. You know, there's supplements and there's clothing and there's jewelry and there's breeches, but there are so many new manufacturers and designers and companies to the equine marketplace, and they're all making their presence known. So it was nice. There was so much to look at and so much to talk about.
And I think we found that too when we went to the ADA show, with the wholesale show, is that it seems like innovation is coming back again. Yeah, and the nice thing about Equine Affair is, I mean, ADA was fabulous, but there were way more companies represented at Equine Affair than even at ADA. Yeah. There was, I mean, everything from obviously, barn components and shock tamer hoof pads to there were a few final moments type places like, equine crematoriums. You know what I mean? What to do with your horse when he dies. Oh, okay. Yeah, but where you're going with that. Yeah. But it was everybody was in on this game, and they were driving people there, and the Purina people were there, and so not only do you get to see and touch all the products that are for sale, but you get an education. So if you take a few minutes to talk to the person who's manning the booth for whatever their product is, you really do get an education on that product. So to me, Equine Affair is a tremendous learning experience, not just from the clinics and seminars, but also in talking to the manufacturer's representatives. But you did get to visit with somebody we had on the show. Did you get to see his show? I did get to see his show. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I will tell you the one thing I did buy. Ah, you did buy something. Well, I almost bought a $3,000+ saddle, but I didn't. And we talked about the Schlesy Eagle jumping saddle on the Tack and Habit show. Fabulous saddle. So I almost did, but I got my senses back, and I walked away, and I went right from the Schlesy booth over to the Daniel Stewart Clinic, which was phenomenal. So we talked to him. Let me see what episode that was. It was 2 episodes maybe ago. I'm looking it up here. Episodes ago. It was 2 or 3 episodes ago. It was episode 115. 15. Okay, so 3 episodes ago. Daniel Stewart, who is the author of Ride Right, and he was an Olympic coach, and just what a dynamic clinician. He was funny, he was informational, he was articulate, he was entertaining, and most of all, I think the people who were riding in his clinic actually learned something about themselves. Because what I went to go see was his psycho clinic. And let me tell you something, if you weren't psycho before the clinic, you'd be psycho when you get done. You didn't realize you had a problem until you went to the clinic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was great. And you know why it was great? It was because at the end of the clinic, I had 100 more questions than when the clinic started, which means I learned something. I knew nothing before that clinic on this particular topic. And I learned enough where I really started to have some serious questions about the psychology of competitive riding. Wow. Yeah. So he was everything you were hoping he would be. Yes. Yeah. So now we have to have him back to answer all the questions you came up with. Exactly. So we're going to get him back on Stable Scoop really soon. But the clinic that he gave was, he set up 2 jump courses. He had 2 groups of riders come in. One was called the Zipper. And the idea was he gave his riders instructions on the fly on how to jump. Basically, he was making up these mini courses. And
it would be a series of fences that were pretty tight together, and the arena for this clinic was very tight. It was small. And so these girls were all really, really good riders. So his job was to turn up the pressure and to see how the increased pressure on them impacted their performance, which clearly the higher the pressure, the lower your performance. So my mouth was just on the floor. He would like scream out, okay, you have to do he had a bounce, he had a corner, he had a diagonal, and a shoot. And you would have to do some combination of those 4 fences. And he would shout it out to him. And he'd say, double, bounce, diagonal, shoot, double, go. And she'd have to remember it, ride it. And of course, there were some challenges that he would throw in there on top of just remembering this little mini course. It was amazing. And then, so really the idea of the clinic was to illustrate how you can, how pressure can make you lose focus, how you can regain that focus. But he took the psychology of riding and made it tangible for the people attending the seminar.
So you were not disappointed at all?
Sorry, no. The short answer is it was a great clinic.
Well, I know. It sounds like it. I mean, it sounds like it was everything that you were hoping it would be.
Yeah. Yep. Good job.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, actually. We really enjoyed having him on. I think we're going to make him kind of a regular here on the show.
Yeah.
Because, we can learn so much from him. He's so good at what he does.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. And we have to move along here because we got a lot to do today.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So
the show's not about Daniel Stewart.
No. So let's talk about one Kathleen, and then we'll get to our guest today. Okay. So Kathleen is still doing her wild ride. She's in eastern Pennsylvania now, making her way across Pennsylvania. I could not get a hold of her to get her on the show today, so she must be in a rural part. But I been following her on Facebook and getting some messages. It looks like, believe it or not, the New York City Police Department is cooperating and going to help her get to Battery Park, where she will end this ride.
Wow.
So now, if I'm not mistaken, Battery Park is the Statue of Liberty, right?
It's down that way, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now there's some talk on her Facebook page. All the fans want her to end riding in the Macy's parade on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, my God, no.
No, but that's all her fans on Facebook. I don't think that's happening. Okay. But it looks like she's getting police cooperation to get into and out of the city.
Okay.
So that's about all I know at this point. She's getting a lot of comments from people on her Facebook page. You can find it at Kathleen's Wild Ride on Facebook. She's getting a lot of comments from people she's seeing over in eastern Pennsylvania, and apparently she's made almost every newspaper going across Pennsylvania in all these little towns.
Really?
Yes, they've been interviewing her. Some towns, 2 and 3 of the newspapers, she has to stop so long to do interviews.
That's awesome. Isn't that
so
funny that happens here in the East? Well, you know what? She's nearing the end of her ride, so.
Well, apparently it's happened in almost every place every state she's been. All these little towns have nothing to report on. There's nothing goes on.
Oh, right.
So they get
Except Kathleen riding through.
Yeah, there's Kathleen and her 2 horses riding through, so we might as well stop her and ask her some questions. So that's apparently what's been happening there, and she's doing good. But now it's time. We're going to take a break for our first commercial message from Omega Alpha, and then we are going to have our guest on with us today, and I'm trying to find it in my show notes here, Lena. Debbie Stansel of Equestrian Collections. She's the customer service manager. Unfortunately, Chris could not make it with us this year. She's a lot going on. I wonder why. It's Christmas time, and she's a retailer. So Debbie Stansel's going to join us and give us their product selections for gift ideas for this year. And there's some good ones, too.
Wait, I got to go get my eggnog.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's go do that.
Okay.
And I'll get her on the line while you're getting drunk.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting drunk. It's virgin eggnog.
Well, that's boring. That's boring. That is boring.
Dude, the show's long enough.
Okay, here we go.
Well, Helena, Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals creates only natural health products. Their scientists, guided by Dr. Gordon Chang, formulate a wide variety of mainly herbal health products to address many equine health problems. And I have on the line here Kyle Carter, who is an international eventer and well-known throughout the eventing world, who uses Omega Alpha products. Kyle, I understand that you started using Omega Alpha about a year ago.
Yeah, I've been using it for about a year and have noticed a remarkable difference in the horses that have been on it, and then if they've come off of it, the horse's health always has been better on it. It's one of the few supplement companies that I wholeheartedly believe in.
Well, thank you, Kyle. You know, Omega Alpha brings consumers the perfect marriage of nature and science. Look for all of their products at retailers nationwide or visit their website at omegaalpha.ca. That's omegaalpha.ca.
Well, we're back, and we appreciate Omega Alpha sponsoring this episode of the Stable Scoop Radio Show. And Helena and I are back on with Debbie, is it Stansel?
Debbie Stansel.
And you are Customer Service Manager for EquestrianCollections.com.
That's right.
Well, we're happy to have you on, Debbie. We're sorry that Chris couldn't make it this year, but we know she has a lot going on now, and it's Christmas time, and she's in retail, and she's got a house buying and selling. She's just got a whole bunch of stuff. But we're glad that you were able to join us because we love the annual gift buying episode. We love to talk about products that people can buy for their horsey significant others, whether it's male or female or kids or grandma or instructor or teacher or coach, whatever it is. Most of these products will work for anybody horsey in your life that you need to get a gift for. Did I forget anybody,
right.
Lena?
No, I don't think so.
Co-hosts. I forgot co-hosts. They'd be perfect for co-hosts as well.
Yes.
Yes. Things on our site. We do. We have things for all aspects. The father, the mother, the horse, and the children. And the dog.
I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I know Chris really well over at Equestrian Collections, who's the boss over there, and been on the show with us numerous times. And, Equestrian Collections, since we talked to her last Christmas, just keeps growing like crazy, even in this bad economy. So, congratulations to you guys. You're doing a bang-up job.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that.
All right, let's start talking about your picks for the holidays. And the first link you sent me, and it's funny because we talked about this on our Tack and Habit radio show, and that is all of the fun, cool new market products that are coming out.
Yes, that color is just so popular right now, and you can actually dress your horse up and yourself up. All in the same colors. The new item that we really like to mention today is the New Market Groom Kit, and that kit is in those New Market colors, and it has it has all this great stuff in it. It's got a sweat scraper, a face brush, a body brush, a dandy brush, a mane and tail brush, a hoof pick, a curry comb, and this really cool bag that it all goes into, and it all comes in one package. So you just buy one thing for less than $50, and you get all of that in one item. And then if you want to go a little farther, you can look at the New Market. We have clothes in that color. We have horse blankets in that color. So you can just go the whole way with that.
I love that it's all matchy-matchy. I want to be matchy-matchy with my horse.
Let's remind everybody what New Market is. New Market was that gold, red, and blue, the blankets that came out years and years ago.
Right.
And they're by Horseware. And that's the only thing they had in this for a long time was those big stripes. That's what it's known for, is those big, colorful stripes.
The gold and red and black.
It was very British. It was.
Yes.
It came over from the UK like that, and just lately, Horseware has just taken off with that and put a whole new aspect to that entire line. It's just really, really good. But this grooming kit bag is just seemed to me like a really good present because a parent could get that, and you get all that stuff in one.
It does look nice. I mean, it looks cool.
I like the simplicity of it, yeah. So you get a little, like you said, would you rather have a bunch of little things? So you can give it as one gift, or you can break it apart and wrap everything individually.
And the stuff in there actually matches. It's all that color. So it looks, we looked at one.
Now, they two colors going right now. They have, is that a brown? Is it a brown? Yeah, it's called a Whitney Brown, which is sort of the brown with the stripes. Right. And they have the original gold color still, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Isn't there also
That's
a blue?
The Whitney Gold. I'm sorry?
There's also a blue now, isn't there? Or no?
I don't believe that comes in the groom kit. Last year we had all kinds of the blue stripes in the blankets. But the groom kit, I believe, comes in the brown and the Newmarket. We have those, actually can ship them out immediately. We have those in stock and ready to go.
Okay, good. Well, that's terrific. I love that product, and as you said, it's only $44.50, and you get everything. It looks like there's everything under the sun in there, and it's a nice bag too. So, plus you get it in the Newmarket colors. But take a look at all the other Newmarket stuff too. I would say that any of these products are horse husband approved, which means, in our terminology, by the way, Debbie, that means that if you buy it for your wife, you're not going to be in trouble.
That's true.
All right. The next product you had on your list was the Amigo luggage set for riders.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about this. This actually comes in there's two separate sets. One is the Amigo set for riders, and then we have one for horses. And you can buy either one. And in that set, the one for the rider comes with a garment bag, a carrying bag, a kit bag they call it, a boot bag, and a hat bag. And that all comes in one package for $51.95.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, it's amazing. And that comes in, right now we have in stock the Java Red, which is a dark, dark brown with red piping. And then you can also get the one for the for the horse, which is a separate set. And that one has let me see here, a saddle bag, a bridle bag, a tote bag, and again a kit. And so you can buy either one depending on, whether you're giving for the person or whether you're giving for the horse.
Well, in New York, you buy both, and then you're covered.
I love the price point. I do. You're really good pick.
And I just had an idea. If you have like two sisters, you could buy one for one for the other, and then you'd be fine for both.
There you go.
She does have opinions. We like that.
That's good. I like that. That would be the kind of gift I could see myself buying for a daughter, especially, or for just that horse crazy person in your life. And it's at $51.95. You're not going to go wrong.
Now,
that's a really good price. And that comes for the whole set? That's for $51.95 for the whole set?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what are the color options for these sets?
Package. Yeah. So, and it's easy to wrap, too.
Debbie, what are the color options for these sets?
We have in stock right now the Java and Red, which is a dark chocolate brown with the red piping. That's this year's color. They have some red, some just red, and some just navy and silver. Those are last year's colors, and they may be on, it might be a little bit harder to get those colors.
Okay.
But the Java and Red we have right here and can ship out today.
All right, cool. That's the Amigo luggage set for riders. And I want to tell everybody, you don't have to remember all of this. Just go to our show notes at stablescoop.com and for this episode number 118, and we will put links to all of these products in our show notes, so you don't have to like start over and try and figure it all out. The next one,
or you can call us at Equestrian Collections, and we have customer service people here happy to help you shop for your Christmas, whoever you want to buy for.
And you know what? We could drive Debbie crazy and have you ask for her every time anybody calls.
Careful, Debbie.
You can ask for me anytime.
The next thing you had on your list was a link to the Breyer ornaments.
Yes, we have these in stock as well. The Breyer horse ornaments are a series that have been coming out for quite a number of years, and they change each year. They have a Christmas horse, and then they have the ornaments that are different every year. And this year, we usually have them right in stock, ready to ship, and this year we have both the Christmas horse and the little ornaments here. And they make great gifts, and everybody knows Breyer horse. So it's a lot of people collect them, actually. We have quite a few customers coming back year after year because they're collecting these same Christmas horse and Christmas ornaments.
They're really beautiful. I think my favorite is the the traditional, the classic Christmas ball, which I haven't seen in quite a while. So I think it's called the signature ornament, yeah?
Yeah, they have all different kinds, but they do also have a breed ornament they come out with every year. I think this year is the Connemara, I believe. So there's just, it's really quite a collector's type of thing, and they make great stocking stuffers.
Well, and this year's holiday horse, the Briar Jewel holiday horse, is actually, now it's a galloping buckskin. And that one was sculpted by Susan Carlton Sifton, and is the 14th horse in the Briar Holiday Series. And I think you'll find that this horse is all decked out in the finest holiday accoutrement. So it's actually pretty this year, and so you'll find that as well on there, and that's $60. And most of the other ornaments, the holiday horse every year runs about $60, and most of the other ornaments are in the $15 range. So they're affordable horsey ornaments from Briar.
Right, and these can be given to folks who, maybe children who don't even have a horse that might like to have something like this. It's not necessarily for a horse owner, it can be for a horse lover.
Terrific. Well, let's take another break here. We'll be right back after these words. Well, I was going to say from Equestrian Collections, but I think we can probably skip your commercial this week, as the whole show is Equestrian Collections. But let's take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with more product choices for the holidays from Equestrian Collections right after we hear from our friends at, say it, Helena.
Omega Alpha.
No, we did that one already. How about Uncle Jimmy's?
Uncle Jimmy, you know I love you. You know I love your squeezy buns. You know I love your hanging balls. I love everything you make, Uncle Jimmy, and my horses do too.
All right, we'll be back with we'll be back right after Uncle Jimmy's.
We don't know what we're doing, do we?
Regular listeners to the Stable Scoop Show know that Helena and I just love Uncle Jimmy's and his fantastic line of products. His products have the highest quality ingredients, and that is why they have taken off like they have. Of course, it all started with Uncle Jimmy's hanging balls for use in the stalls, and then came squeezy buns. We know you need to reward your horse outside of the stall as well. That is why Uncle Jimmy developed Uncle Jimmy's squeezy buns. Squeezy buns are all natural and loaded with nutritional ingredients for your horse. Unlike similar products on the market, they are individually wrapped to preserve freshness and eliminate mess. With competitive pricing and Uncle Jimmy's quality guarantee, the squeezy buns promise to be a hit among horses and horse lovers alike. Learn more about all of Uncle Jimmy's products or to find a dealer, visit uncle-jimmys.com. That's uncle-jimmys.com.
All right, we're back. Thank you to Uncle Jimmy for his continuing support of the Stable Scoop radio show.
We just don't have another glass of eggnog. Who's over there getting souped up?
Well, we always drink at holiday times, and we shouldn't do that before the shows.
You know what? I had eggnog flavored chocolate.
Really?
Yes, Ghirardelli Chocolates makes a holiday sampler bag.
Was
and
it
they
good?
actually have, yes, it's very good. They have eggnog flavored. They had peppermint bark chocolate, which is really good. And then they also make something called pecan pie flavored chocolate. And they, what was I just talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, eggnog flavored
Just following along. That's what I do.
So that's how I roll. Eggnog flavored chocolate.
All right, enough chocolate. Let's talk about the holiday gifts. Debbie,
Yes.
let's do your next one here. And we have the Ovation Adult Daphne Blizzard Winter Boot, which I got to believe Lena's going to like. She likes anything boot.
Yes, I do.
Yes, these are so warm, and they are we have adult sizes and we have children's sizes, but they actually they're tall. Don't have to worry about the legs, the width of the calf like you do in tall boots, because they have these Velcro things, and they're very warm, and they're new out this year, and they are just really great. The people that have gotten them just love them, and I wanted to feature them because so many times in the winter, and I don't know, the last winter here in Virginia we had 3 feet of snow, which we never have, and this would have been, it wasn't available last year, this would have been the perfect boot for that, because it's easy to get on. You just do the Velcro around the legs and off you go, and you can ride in it as well. So it's just a great barn boot for, it's not a show boot, obviously, it's a winter boot, but for $45.95, you can't beat it for winter and winter riding. The size, I did want to mention that the sizing on these is done in European sizing, but we have the size chart right there on the site, so if you have any questions about the sizing, everything should be right there for you.
I got to, Lena, the thing that struck me funny about these boots, by the way, that's a terrific price for a winter tall boot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought so too.
but a couple things let me read the description to you and see if it jumps out at you too.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect boot for extreme winters. The Ovation Adult Daphne Blizzard winter boots are extremely durable, comfort, and warm fleece-lined synthetic canvas boot with wool and aluminum foil inside.
Brilliant.
I just had this picture of the sheets of aluminum foil stuffed in the boot. Not something you see every day is aluminum foil stuffed inside. But they're also 600 denier water repellent poly. So these are, these are as tough as the blankets you put on your horses. So.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing that foil reflects the heat.
Insole, so it's down in the foot part, below your feet.
And what does it do?
I see here it's supposed to act as a heat shield for added warmth. Well, that kind of
exactly.
Right.
So they didn't just
it bounces back the heat.
They actually, pressed it and stuff. It's not just stuffed down in the bottom there.
No,
Check.
It's actually supposed to be there.
Okay, good. With that one, you don't see that in descriptions very often. I didn't know.
All the things.
I didn't know if you were going to reach in and find yesterday's sandwich too, but.
Oh my God! Always
foil,
about
the
food.
new duct tape. You can do anything with it.
And that's $45.95. That's the Ovation Adult Daphne Blizzard Winter Boot. Now, unfortunately, Helena, I'm looking here, and I don't think it comes in bright colors like you like.
No, it comes in black.
I know it's a black boot. I might have to pass. You know how many black tall boots I have?
Well, now we do have boots for you. Then we have some Dove boots on our site that are fabulous. We have. And they come in all kinds of different colors, everything from peacock to leopard.
Ooh, peacock!
Yep.
You don't have
and they are waterproof as well.
Hold it! I got in trouble last week's Tack and Habit show because I recommended a hat that was actually made from real animal fur. This isn't made from real peacocks, right?
Ha ha ha!
But you can buy an umbrella that matches it too. There you go.
Matchy matchy. Perfect. That's me.
That's right.
Matchy match. Honestly, if I could dress my daughter, my horses, and me all in the same outfits, I would be so happy.
Well, you're at the right place at Equestrian Collection.
Yeah, I'm a little corny like that.
Ovation Winters. Start over. Ovation Ladies Winter Riding Breeches.
Yes, these are new this year. These are a little bit different from your regular winter breeches because they actually look like breeches. So many of the winter riding pants look like when you were a kid and you used to go out in the snow and you would pull on your overpants and stuff.
Yeah.
But these actually are very attractive and flattering. And they're made of, they have a kind of a fleece, and they feel really soft and fleecy. And they are brand new, and they are soft, and they look like breeches, and you can get out and ride in them in the wintertime and still look like you know what you're doing. And they're $58.95. And we also have them in kids' sizes for $49.95.
Oh, now, bless your heart.
Now, are these knee patch or full seat or both? Or
they would be knee patch.
Okay, so they're knee patch.
Yeah.
And front zip?
Yep, front zip.
Okay.
Easy in, easy out. Nice and toasty.
Yep.
Well, when you have a 6 and 7-year-old who has to pee all the time, you know, the stuff has to be easy in and easy out.
What are you talking 6 and 7-year-old? Do you know how many times I get up during the day? So now they have a pocket too, I see here.
Yeah, they're just really nice breeches for riding. Now, you know, if you're doing barn work and stuff, you might want to get some of the more bulky breeches. But yeah, these are good for riding. I highly recommend these things. And we have those in stock as well and ready to ship.
$58.95 in one color, black?
I believe, I'm not sure about the color. I think they also come in khaki or beige.
Yes, they come in beige and black. So you get.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I have seen the beige ones back there. They're very, very comfortable.
All right, cool. So that's
another nice price point too.
The Ovation Ladies Winter Riding Breeches. I have noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed this too, that the price points on a lot of these products, now that there's more competition in the market, prices have been coming down.
Yes. Yeah. For most, especially in winter riding wear.
You used to be able to not get a pair of winter boots for under $100 or, winter riding breeches for under $100, and now the prices have come down on them.
These are really nice looking breeches. Although, she's got those fuzzy boots on too she just looks all cozy. It makes me want to go out and ride in the snow. Of course, she's cute with the blonde hair and the.
I was going to say, she looks cozy. Men's water. Oh, you had sent a link, and I wasn't sure which product exactly. So it went to all the men's waterproof shoes, all the different boots and shoes.
I did that on purpose because these bogs are such comfortable mucking type of boots. They are warm. I actually have a pair. Of course, I have a ladies' pair, but they are comfortable, and they have some support, which is something I think is lacking in some of these types of boots. When you can walk in them and stay in them all day, and still your legs don't ache, your feet don't ache. When your feet are unhappy, you're unhappy, and when your feet are happy, you're happy. And these boots, the bogs, have just been amazing. And the reason I sent the link with all of the different ones is because I wanted you to see that we have tall ones, we have middle-sized ones, and we have shoes. We have them for women as well. But I was looking for something that you might want to get your barn husband, who might, if his feet are happy and warm, he might be more willing to help you muck stalls in the afternoon.
I'm paying very close attention right now.
Yeah,
so help me.
That means he won't be as grouchy.
So help me understand.
Exactly.
I'm looking at
and you can get some for yourself as well, and then you can have matching bogs. But the one thing that I did find about bogs that I think is the biggest selling point for me is that they have the support, which I think is very important for walking around all day in the barn. I know sometimes if my feet get tired, I have to just sit down and say, I can't do anything until my feet feel better. And these, I can walk around all day.
So Debbie, what's the difference between the rancher boots and the classic tall waterproof boots?
Well, I think it's mostly the height. If you see, the tall boots are taller, whereas the ranchers are more like the middle of the calf size. Now, there's a waterproof one, and then there is a regular rancher, which would not be waterproof, and that would be the difference there. But between the other, most of them are height differences, and they're all black.
And Helena,
they're all black.
I'm looking at the rancher, and I would buy the rancher because
you would buy the rancher.
I don't want the really tall one. This one's sort of mid calf, but the thing I like about it, why would you buy the one that wasn't waterproof? I mean, So, they're 100...
I'm looking at the soles. The footbed looks different.
Yeah, it looks tougher, too.
Yeah.
And yet they're the same price. And the other thing is, the tall boots, though, I think last year we found that tall boots, I've never had a winter like that before.
Yeah, right.
And I think we found that with me, I wore my tall bogs the whole winter because you never knew with all that snow. But I think you're right. I think that middle of the calf is going to be the more popular.
And they're only $80, which isn't bad for a waterproof. These are waterproof. They're rated down to 0 temperature. They're comfortable. And you're right. You can if you go out and buy a cheap, go to Walmart and buy a cheap mid-calf, what they say is waterproof boot. The one thing they are is uncomfortable. They don't fit right. They're always moving around. If you're in them all day, you just hate them. So
they don't have
worth
the
the money.
Support. I can't say enough about the arch support in these boots.
Well, there you go, Helena. There's your Christmas shopping all done.
Done.
You got your husband covered, and you can say, well, he can't use the excuse, well, the snow's too deep and my feet are going to get wet. You can't use that anymore when you say, go out and clean the stalls, dear.
Oh, I would never, ever say that. I would say, oh, it's so cold outside. And then I would, head out for the back door in my pajamas, hoping he would say, oh, honey, here, let me put on my bogs and I'll help you.
That's right. I also wanted to mention one thing that I didn't actually send a link for, but I think a good Christmas present anytime, birthday, Christmas, whatever, is our helmets. I think that you should update your helmets every 5 years, and if you have a fall or if they drop or something, you should replace them immediately. I just can't say enough about it. The new helmets that come out, we have some new Ovation helmets that are very attractive, They have a very low profile. They look good. We've got the Troxel. We've got all kinds of helmets, and you can never go wrong with buying somebody a new helmet.
That's a great...
I totally agree.
Yeah, or a gift certificate for a helmet.
Absolutely, and we're happy to help any customer fit their helmet over the phone. People are concerned about fitting helmets over the phone, but as long as you have a tape measure and you can talk to us, we can help you with that. Some of these helmets have dial-a-fits so that you can actually adjust the fit, and some of them are specific. But I just wanted to mention that even though I didn't send it because there's no real exciting new helmet out, they are always a good suggestion, especially if you're buying for a child.
Well, I will say this, when the Ovation helmets now that are coming out, they have some cool-looking helmets.
Yes.
They're really the modern, new age helmets, and I think that, what we used to have 20 years ago is nothing like what you can buy today. You can buy some really cool-looking helmets, and a couple of these Ovation ones, which are all under $100, are really cool-looking.
And the reason I say every 5 years is because the technology continues to improve.
Well, not only that, the foam that they're made out of biodegrades, and after 5 years, they're not safe anyway. So
right,
yeah,
right. Well, they just continue to improve helmets. So I think that's always a good choice. And as well as the other items I had were calendars. This year we have featured a lot of new calendars that we never had before on our site. They're just gorgeous. They're not the cheapest calendars around the block, but they are absolutely stunning artwork. And we have actually artwork on our site now, and you can never go wrong with books. We have tons of those as well. So
I didn't know you had the prints. I saw that's new. I didn't know you had the prints. You have a lot of neat prints on there that I didn't know you had.
Right, those are new for this year. We hope to be your one-stop shop for all your Christmas equestrian needs.
Well, I had something I wrote down, and that was, when cell phones really came into vogue, and now everybody has one, watches, I think, I stopped wearing a watch. But I thought, I found myself recently starting to wear a watch again, and the reason was, your cell phones are getting so big and clunky anymore that you either have to have them in a holster or you have them in your pocket. And when you want to just look at the time, you have to get it out. And not only that, they don't stay on anymore, so I have to, press a button and swipe just to see the time. So it's like a 4-step process to find out what time it is. And so I found myself starting to wear a watch again. Well, I did notice when I went to your watches page there, you have a lot of new... I mustn't be the only one, because there's a lot of new fun watches coming out now.
Yes, we do.
That, for a while there wasn't any new fun watches in the horse world, but there's some really cool ones, and they're all under $100. So, am I wrong about that, Helena, or do you still wear a watch, or you still use your cell phone, or what do you do?
Yeah, me and watches. I can't live without a watch. I need a watch. So
me either.
Yeah, I have to have one.
Do you think now, horse husband talking to a horse wife? Do you think that a very nice, let's say one of the nicer equestrian watches, is a good gift? Is a good personal gift for Christmas?
I do. I do. You have to really know your wife's taste, though, her personal style. You don't want to get her a Mustang galloping across the face of a of a watch if she's really sort of a hunter jumper rider, and you don't want to get her a dressage watch if she's a reining rider. But I think that would make a great gift, actually.
And we also do have gift certificates. So our website is so big. You're always, if you give a gift certificate, they can pick out anything they want on here, and we're always here to help.
I'm interested to know, because we used to keep track of this when we had our store. What's the largest gift certificate that you've ever sold?
Well, I don't know. We have had them for $250. I guess maybe $500 that we've sold. We
had one guy every year at Christmas time, and he would wait till 2 days before. He would buy a $2,500 gift certificate for his wife every single.
Oh my God!
You need to send him to Equestrian Collections, because we'll be happy to help him.
Yeah, where's he shopping these days?
We could count on that $2,500 coming in 2 days before Christmas.
And is he still married? Because
Right, and the 2 days before Christmas, by that time you need a gift certificate.
And it would take her all year to spend it, too. She was a slow shopper. It would take her all year to spend it.
Oh, no way. I could blow that in a blink of an eye. At Equestrian Collections, easy. Click, 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 done. $2,500. Poof.
And I also wanted to mention that I didn't touch on really any of the Western items, but we also have Western items on our site, which is sort of new from last year. So the Western rider can also shop on our site and find many things for their gift-giving needs.
Well, that's terrific. We have lots of good. We were just talking too before you came on. Helena was mentioning that she was over at Equine Affair and that the amount of new products, it just seems like innovation has begun again in the horse world. We're getting a lot more new products, whereas for a couple years there, things were pretty stagnant. Do you find that to be true?
Yes, I do. I think that the economy has dictated quite a bit of what's been going on. I know at some of the product conferences that they go to, the vendors, there were not as many vendors there, but now things are beginning to break up. And, I do believe that there's lots more stuff out there, and people are looking at things differently, maybe taking a different look at things, maybe looking at the safety issue and expanding that way. Again, like you mentioned, the cell phone, whoever could buy several different ways to carry a cell phone while you were riding a horse.
Yeah.
Now you can buy different colors, you can buy different types for your different cell phones. You can have, I have a pair of chaps that have a cell phone holder on them. So there's all different things that I think the manufacturers are looking at in a different way and coming up with new ideas and new colors. And because let's face it, breeches are breeches. You have to do something different so that people have all kinds of things they can choose from.
Okay, seriously, I'm clicking around Equestrian Collections. Did you see their boot collection? It's crazy. Crazy.
How did I know you would be in boots?
Well, because I went to their homepage and they have these, or no, actually what I did was I clicked on Holiday Gift Central, and there's a link that says gift ideas for your trainer. So I was just kind of thinking, well, what kind of gifts would they recommend? And it's like a kid in a candy store. So I clicked on fabulous footwear, and I thought, okay, what are they going to have? Like 3 or 4 boots? No, there are like 50, 72, I don't know, there's like 100 pairs of boots. Rain boots, boots with heels, cowboy boots, sneaker boots.
Yep. Put in your Dove, D-A-V, in your search engine.
Oh, I'm all over the Doves already.
And this sounds like something you would really like.
Oh my gosh, the English florals, Big Lotus, the leopard. I need the leopard. I definitely need a leopard. And then I can pair them with those Ovation Argyle socks. Those are really cute. The ladies' Argyle long boot socks. Look at this. See? Mm-hmm. Why do you make me shop during shows, Glenn? Why do you do this?
Hey, I got to talk to you guys about something else, totally off the topic. Talking about ADD kicking in. I was listening to Bob and Sherry. They do the morning show, a national morning show, and they were talking. You know what Spanx are, right?
Yes.
Well, apparently Spanx for men are becoming a huge thing.
Oh, gross.
I know.
That's
we don't sell those.
They had a bunch of people guys calling in, saying they wore Spanx. They had this Australian guy call in, and he said, well, we like our beer in Australia, And he said, but now we can drink the beer and use the Spanx and still look good.
Oh, my God. Some things just shouldn't be bandaged up.
Okay, there's a gift, guys, not to buy your wife. Do not buy your wife Spanx.
And wives, don't buy your husband Spanx.
Yeah, let her buy her own Spanx. That would be not a good message. So,
not a good message.
Sorry, I just got thinking about that when you guys were talking about clothing. But you're right, these boots are wild. You don't have some of these.
No, I don't. I'm going to have a pair of boots. See, that's my new kick now, is a boot for every occasion. We just went out and bought Gracie some rain boots yesterday, some welly-type boots, and there were so many different patterns and styles. We thought, well, we need the black and white ones for Monday, and then we need the pink ones for Sunday, and we need manure-proof boots, and we need waterproof boots, and...
Hey, they have the Dav Ladies Equestrian bit boots, sort of look like biker boots. You could have a completely different look there, Helena.
Oh, I miss those. Let me get to those.
Yeah, you'd have to get a couple tattoos to go with.
They actually are pretty. They are actually pretty. One other thing I wanted to mention is that we have, for many years, specialized in plus-size riders. And plus-size riders don't have the easiest time finding products. So, but we have extra wide boots that we actually have made for our store. We have a lot of things for plus-size riders, and we love our plus-size riders. And so we would encourage anybody who is buying a gift for a plus-size rider to please give us a call or take a look at our website in our 1824 section. We're one of the few out there that we specialize in that. So we're always happy to help.
Now, where would, if I go to equestriancollections.com, where do I find the 1824 section?
Well, you can go under brands. We have a drop-down over there for brands, and that's one of the stores. Or you can just put 1824 in the search engine. There's just, if you go onto brands, the very first thing, see it says 1824 plus siders and 1824 Tough Rider plus size riders. So that would be a very easy way to find it. Under top selling brands, it's our very first one. Or you can just put anything like that in the search engine and it should find it for you. I just wanted to mention that because that is one of what we started out as, and we try and always have things that we can help our plus size riders with.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I'm glad you did mention it because obviously there's just not a lot of selection there. So
right.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for being on with us. We really appreciate it. This has been fun.
Great picks, Debbie.
Yeah,
very good picks.
We always enjoy having you guys on to talk about all of the different products.
Can I mention one more thing? I almost forgot. We also have some great gift wrapping that on our site that is horse themed. So if you are you're going to wrap these gifts that you get from Equestrian Collection. So be sure and look in the gift wrapping section so that you can pick out wrapping paper that go with these gifts.
Oh, you can bet I'll be checking out the gift wrapping section. I'm going to be busy for the next couple hours, Glenn, so don't call me, okay?
Okay, all right, no problem. All right, Debbie Stansel, Customer Service Manager for EquestrianCollections.com.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's nice of Debbie to join us this year. She was good. I liked her.
She was very good. She had some really good picks.
Yeah, she did. And there's so much to choose from this year. It shouldn't be too hard to do your holiday shopping this year.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to get. Here's what I want.
All right, here's what you
anything from the Newmarket collection, especially something that's soft and fuzzy.
Okay.
I want the Amigo luggage set for the rider, and I want that in the Java and red. I want the Briar ornament, the classic one. I want the Ovation ladies winter riding breeches. I want the men's waterproof bogs. And I would like one of those watches. I'll let you pick.
Okay. All right. So
just pick right.
Any listener who is interested in sending Helena any of that can drop me an email or drop Helena an email at helena@horseradionetwork.com. I wouldn't sit by your email box, Helena.
Why?
Because I just don't think you're going to get a flood of emails of people wanting to send you all that stuff.
Oh, that's fine.
I know.
My husband listens to the show.
I know. And, you think after the third year, this is our third year, that somebody would have sent us something.
Well,
we
did. I did get although it was a bit early, I did get my Outback Trading jacket from Trina.
Have you been wearing it?
Oh, every day. Love the thing.
Really?
I love this jacket.
Well, let's just mention that one more time so people can add that to their holiday list, too. That's the Outback Trading. What's it called again?
I don't know. I got to look it up. I got to look it up. Why do you do this to me? It's on I should just pick it up and look. It's on the floor. I don't go anywhere without the thing.
Oh, what the heck was it called?
It's right here. I'm like looking at it on her website, right? It's got the fuzzy hood that detaches.
Yeah. Do you leave the fuzzy hood on or take the fuzzy hood off?
You know what? It's actually been pretty chilly at night, so I've been leaving the fuzzy hood on.
Oh, what was that called? We've only had it on our show.
Like 3 or 4 times.
Let me take a look at it and see if I can find it there.
It's not the Newmarket jacket.
It's on tackandhabit.com.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because we had it on the show.
Well, it's funny because I put Outback Trading in the Equestrian Collection search box, and like 302 results came up.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, these guys carry everything.
Here it is. No, it isn't.
What's the model name? I mean,
here it is. Here's the picture of us and you wearing it at the show.
I really should just go. If we just went to the Outback Trading Company website, that would be.
No, you just go to our website, Helena. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but we're not as organized as they are.
It's the Outback Ladies Gold Cup jacket.
The Gold Cup jacket. And that's Trina on the front of the Outback website.
Yes, it is.
Trina, honey, if you're listening, you're looking good, girlfriend. That is a great shot of you. Love
I think that a couple of the other pictures on their website, if you go to some of the other pages, that our friend Winter is also on some of those. But that's Trina up there at the top looking all hot and sexy.
Yeah, nice shot, honey.
Trina doesn't have a hard time looking hot and sexy.
No, she doesn't. Bless
it's
her.
not an exception.
And you know what? And she's got a heart as warm as her outside. Her inside is as warm and lovable as her outside.
Well, now we're going to have to make sure that she knows we talked about her on the show.
Yes.
All right. Well, Helena, we got to get out of here. We're running over time. But happy shopping, everybody. This is our last episode that we're recording before Thanksgiving. So we want to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back again next week. We'll have our next show out on Friday. It'll be the episode I recorded from Arabian Nights down there in Florida that you're not going to want to miss. But happy Thanksgiving, Helena.
Well, thank you very much. The same to you. I hope you stuff your face to the point where you have to lay flat on the floor.
I did that on Saturday when we got together for our Thanksgiving. We actually did something different. My brother bought the entire Thanksgiving dinner from Boston Market.
Oh, was it good?
It was excellent. It's actually probably, I hate to say this. Sorry, Mom, who's not with us anymore. My mom was a great cook, but it was every bit as good as her, because Boston Market has some good vegetables and stuff.
I know.
So it was very good, and we had a great time, and we all ate too much, and it was all that kind of thing,
Yeah.
But, Jennifer's in bed that night going, oh, man, I shouldn't have done
I know. Why did I have to eat the whole thing?
So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Be sure to log on next week for another episode of Stable Scoop. Also, for all the details and all the links to all the products today, go to stablescoop.com where you will find them all. And as always, we love your feedback. Please follow us on Facebook under Stable Scoop and Twitter at Horse Radio, and Helena at
Helena_BEE.
Thank our sponsors, Helena.
Thank you, sponsors. Our many thanks to Omega Alpha, Uncle Jimmy's, and of course, Equestrian Collections.
Be sure to visit all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com. And don't miss the morning show, 9 a.m. live each morning at horsesinthemorning.com. That's Eastern Time. Call in and join us. It's been a lot of fun. Helena, we'll talk to you next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Gobble, 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 gobble. See, another lame stable scoop. Why didn't you set me up like last week?
Oh. Well,
You're supposed to say, oh my goodness. You're supposed, you know what? Did I not put it in the show notes? I think it might be my fault. I didn't put it in the show notes for you.
In the show notes.
Okay, you're supposed to say, that's it for this week, and I say, that's enough. But there'll be more.
That's it for this week, Helena.
Well, that's enough. But there'll be more next week. See how nice that works?
Yeah, it works nice when I remember it.
I'll
You're
be sure.
to put it in the show notes or it's never going to happen again.
I will. I'm sorry. My fault.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
Bye, Glenn.
Bye.